want to briefly go over a few things on if you're going to get started in bees, what these tools of the trade are. So this is a very small colony, and it's got one frame here, 4 or 5 frames down here, and this is about the size, if you're going to buy bees, this is about the size you would buy in our area if it's called a nuc, N-U-C, which stands for nucleus colony. So in our area, the beekeepers that sell bees, they'll sell them as a small starter hive, and you can either bring your equipment and put the bees in there, or they make an actual cardboard box that you can just take the bees home in your car, you know. Just plug them, close the door, and take them home. And then when you get home, you can put them in your equipment. So buying a nuc is one way, and it should come with the queen, with brood, with some honey. So it's a very established start. So you can have feral colonies in a tree somewhere, but you can't really easily remove the honey without destroying their home. So this system was developed by Reverend Langstroth in the 1800s. He discovered bee space. And bee space is like 3/8 of an inch. And what that means is if bees have just enough space, they won't fill it with comb. Some bee colonies are just gung-ho and they do great, and you can put 3 or 4 or 5 boxes on here. And if you're in a good location where there's lots of flowers, they might fill all of it with honey. This, like I said, is standard equipment, standard 10-frame equipment. You have our 2 big boxes. We call those brood chambers. That's where the queen lives and lays all her babies, and they'll have some honey in there, a lot of pollen, but you don't ever harvest the honey from these deeper chambers. That is all for them. And when the bees are going into the winter, they need to have like at least 90 pounds of honey to make it through our winters. So as the colony grows, especially in April and May, when we're having a lot of flowers and trees blooming, and they start really packing in the honey, you can add what's called another box, which is called a honey super. And that really is just positioning. It can be in any size box. Some beekeepers use the bigger boxes for honey supers. It's very convenient. The frames are interchangeable. But when it's full of honey, it can weigh like 80, 90 pounds. That's a heavy box to lift. So a lot of beekeepers like the smaller boxes. But as a colony, the bees tend to pack above them. The trick in our area is to not give them too much space. So you only add the boxes as they grow to fill them. Whenever the bees cover, I would say 6 or 7 frames out of your 8, that's when you give them the next box.